Spirit has a reading for someone using the relationship deck and the Goddess Love Oracle. This is one of those ones that I felt like I had to stop doing what I was doing in order to record the reading. So let's see what Spirit has for you. I'm hearing that there is a heart opening for you happening in December, and it feels like people are coming to you that are going to evoke emotions from you, mostly positive feelings of sadness. It's like that happy sadness. Love. It feels like part of you wants to open to the love that has always been available to you. But opening to that love means integrating the grief of never fully being nourished. There's the sense of having waited around for wholeness your whole life, including waiting around for the recognition from your loved ones who were supposed to take care of you, supposed to play certain roles, who didn't take responsibility for those roles. It feels like such grief involved with that, but a needed opening to the love that is available once you integrate that need. There are parts of you that had to close off and become sort of calcified because they weren't getting the love that they needed. And so they decided to close off to all receiving through that particular channel. And so those channels are opening now, which means you're more available to love. But it also means you have to reconcile with all of those reasons that you closed the channel in the first place. This reminds me of having a long-term resentment and realizing that you don't want to spend any energy on it anymore, and you're just like, man, can we just get past this and so that we can love people? It feels like part of you just got cut off there. It feels like part of you just wants to let go of it, but you have to reconcile all the reasons why you put up those walls. We have this card. Transform anger and guilt. Metabolize the messages behind the shoulds. Around this heart opening, it feels like about half of you experiencing this are going to experience anger coming up, and half of you are going to experience sadness. These are the emotions that work together, and if we don't know how to channel one of them, then the grief can't move through. So whatever emotions you're feeling in this season, welcome them as part of your heart opening. If something is coming up, you're like, wow, I don't normally feel that way. What is this? It's your heart opening up and the messiness that comes with a new channel of energy being opened. Ignite. Release your potential. This is asking you to stop putting energy towards those old walls and those old defenses, and instead alchemize and use the energy of how you were wronged and how you had to close down. And also in turn, now that you have more bandwidth opened up and you're not having to put energy towards your defenses and your walls, you have a lot more energy to put towards the things that matter in life. And I think you're really going to be feeling that energy come forward in January. There is this like early springing energy that wants to come out of January's dormancy, right? You have the snow here. But before that is the rain kind of nourishing the process and the dirty work that is between here and there. And the work mainly is the grief process. It's like getting this out of you, pumping it out of you, whether it's like active crying or it's some sort of like channeling of anger that you need to do, like physically stomping or whatever it is in your particular case. And Spirit is saying you will feel in your body like what your body naturally wants to do. It also feels like in this season, it's like a pretty busy time of year. There are like extra things to do. And I feel like the tendency to want to express the grief is coming up at the wrong time. And you're not wanting to go there, like, this is not a time that we can cry. So it's important that you carve out time to like try and actively grieve, or become more okay at letting it out at these inopportune times, because it really wants to flow out of you, and it's really natural, and it's breaking things down. It's breaking things down that want to dissolve, that want to compost into like an activated soil. Spirit is also saying that the reason that you held on to the anger for so long is because you needed others to recognize your pain in order to reconcile your worthiness. What you're coming into is your ability to validate your own worth and have conviction about your needs, and especially your need for love. I needed love and I did not get it, and so I shut down to love. This is particularly with the mothering energy. There's a very divine feminine erotic energy here in December, and this is the sense of unconditional love, the ways that I was supposed to be loved and accepted unconditionally, in which I was not. And so I grew this constant feeling of being othered, of being outcast, of not being quite right in whatever group I was in. So one of the benefits of this heart opening for you is you are not going to feel so unaccepted, so abandoned. You're going to feel more resourced in yourself, and you're going to have the ability to like know your truth internally, and it's going to give you tremendous power to like move forward in your life and do what you want to do no matter what anyone says about it. Relationally, the effect that this has is in all four of these cards. So if you look here, here, and then with these two cards, this card, respect different styles, and this card, face proximity fears. It's all about the side-by-side living with people and the ways in which we have expectations on other people. We may need to set boundaries or tell other people what our expectations are. But it's also in the ability to square our relationships with people who do not agree, will never be able to like go to therapy, will never share the same perspective. Like, there are some situations where you can actually learn to live side by side with these people and love people for who they are. Spirit is giving the example of a disabled child. Like, if you had a disabled child and for some reason you had an idea about what their capability should be, you understand that it would be unfair for you to dictate what their capability should be and to be constantly disappointed in them. So Spirit is saying it is no different with the members of your family. How do you treat your parents this way, especially? So how can you love others as the unique being that they are for what they are here to do, and have less expectations about what they should be, how they should be showing up? It doesn't mean you need to respect them. It does not mean you need to enjoy being around them, but you can still practice love with them in that very role model kind of a way, in the way that you would want to model love existing in the world. And Spirit is bringing this back to the ways in which you have been unable to unconditionally love yourself, that your ability to extend that side-by-side energy, I accept you for however you show up in the world, that's going to help clear out whatever shadows you have left, whatever ways you decided were not okay to be, and so you spent a lot of time trying not to be those things. I'm out of time, so I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I love you.